VPN, I'm sort of, hi.
Okay.
I'm ready? Okay. This is with the VPN, all right, the intranet. All right, so what the student does, this is the user and then the login, and then all you have to do is to dial your code there. Okay, all right, and then the login. All right, so that's the possibility of the lessons there. And what you do is you choose the lesson and download it. Okay, but I'm going to go back for the sake of the other demonstration with the online. Because one is with the VPN and the other one is with the online. Online doesn't need the VPN, doesn't need to use our VPN. VPN is virtual private network or intranet, okay? Basically that's what it is. Okay, see here we have the login. Now, if it's going to download again, it's going to take a long time to do that. All right, so why don't you stop it, Alex?
Okay.
Repeat. It's a cap. Repeat.
It's a cap.
It's a cap. Repeat.
It's a cap.
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 Okay, go front. Now, cop.
It's a cop.
It's a cop. Repeat.
It's a cop.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have this as a constant within the structure, but we're going to target vocabulary. Okay, so here we're going to be using different vocabulary words, but we're using the same constant as subject and intransitive verb, which is the first two parts of that structure. So now this is called a substitution drill, single slot substitution drill. Single slot because it's within one specific part of the sentence. It's a cap, repeat.
It's a cap.
It's a cap.
It's a cap.
Okay, piece of paper.
It's a piece of paper.
Resume.
It's a resume.
It's a resume. Desk.
It's a desk.
It's a desk. Earpiece.
It's an earpiece.
It's an earpiece. Ceiling.
It's a ceiling.
It's a ceiling. Light.
It's a light.
It's a light. How do you turn on the light? This is where
I turn on the light with my hands.
I turn the lights on with my hands. Repeat.
I turn the lights on with my hands.
What's this? Alex, what's this?
That's a mouse.
It's
a mouse.
Phone. Repeat.
It's a phone.
It's a phone. Repeat.
It's
a phone. Repeat.
It's a phone.
Marker.
It's a marker.
It's a marker. Repeat.
It's a marker.
Repeat. Everybody.
It's a marker.
TV.
It's a TV.
It's a TV. Board.
It's a board.
It's a board. Repeat.
It's a board.
Repeat. Everybody.
It's a board.
Resume.
It's a resume.
It's a resume. Carlos, why do you have this resume here?
I have this resume here because I want to work with you people.
Okay, I have this resume here because I want to work with you people. Repeat.
I have this resume here because I want to work with you people.
Okay, very good. So this is what I meant by the structures. The author created these 10 structures to be able to restrict the English language to a definite set of rules so that memorizing vocabulary wouldn't be a problem to the student. And then the dialogue, Alex, please, so that you can come over here. The dialogue is then the semantic level. So here we have all the levels. The phonological level, the morphological level, the syntactic level, and the semantic level. Okay, let's continue with our phonetic exercise, okay?
Reading and listening comprehension practice. Students' instructions. Repeat the phonetics.
Okay, reading and listening comprehension practice. Why do we do first reading and listening? Everybody repeat. Reading and listening comprehension practice. Repeat.
Reading and listening comprehension practice.
Okay, because we have there's maybe a methodology, 3 steps that we use. The reading and listening, which is the first step. Why we want people to associate words with sounds, the actual alphabetic or alphanumeric or whatever, you know, the writing, and the pronunciation, okay, and the object being described. Okay, so that's why we do the reading and listening first, to get acquainted so that we have visual memory. That's part of the visual and hearing memory. Then we go into writing, a writing exercise, okay? So reading and listening comprehension practice. Repeat.
Reading and listening comprehension practice.
Students' instructions.
Students' instructions.
Repeat the phonetics.
Repeat the phonetics.
Okay, so the instructions repeat after the teacher.
Repeat. 3.
3.
13. Repeat.
13. Noticing that it's showing you where the tongue goes, the tip of the tongue goes against the upper teeth. Okay? 30. Repeat.
30.
30.
30.
30.
30.
3.
3.
Okay, then we do the writing practice, okay? Please take out a piece of paper or just go to the board and write 30, okay? That's the writing practice. 30. Carlos, what is the sound that we're talking about? Or what is the sound that we're learning? Okay, can you underline it, please? Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. And we give warm applause. We always tell the student, good, thank you. You don't argue with him. You just correct him. Be polite. You know, you don't scold them in the classroom because otherwise you'll stop their learning process. The Meyer system does it by reinforcement. Okay? If somebody makes a mistake, all you have to do is to give the correction. Okay, this is the sound. 30. Repeat. 30. Repeat.
30.
Okay, thank you. That was the writing exercise. Now, what's the oral exercise? We're doing it's all oral. 3 steps of every exercise, okay? Is the reading and listening, okay? Because we are accentuating visual and hearing and repetition, okay? All right, and that's for to be able to have the long-term memory activated through repetition. That's why we have to articulate. Always the students have to be repeating with Mr. Slam. And then we do the writing. Okay, that's another form of memorization. We use the senses in the process of memorization. That's what we call physiological psychology. Physiological psychology, because everything has a physiology involved in the learning process. Okay? So then the next one after the writing is the oral practice. Do you know how to count up to 30?
Sure, yes.
Yes, of course. Can you give me the demonstration? Count till 30, okay?
Till 30?
Count till 30, yes, please.
From
1.
1.
I want to see the dental.
1,
2,
3.
3. Very good. Repeat. 3.
3.
4, 5. Well, let's do 13 now. 13. That's another voiceless dental. So you see that I'm applying the dental fricative even to the oral practice. Okay? 13 and 30. Repeat. 30. Why do you have to count? Why do you have to count, Alex? Why do you have to count?
You have to count
30.
so that you can know the sequence.
So you can know this, but why do you have to count till 30?
So we can practice the dental fricative.
So that we can practice the dental fricative. Any answer, anything that relates to the answer, so that would be the oral practice. Okay? Now, well, basically, that's, let me show you another
Students' instructions. Click on the words below and repeat them.
Another possibility that we have here is the chart
of the voiceless dental fricative.
Okay, where you have the examples that we just discussed with the voiceless dental fricative. So the student or the teacher can have the students repeat 3 and
3
and there is lag always there moving, and let me just minimize it here. When you minimize it, it's a little more difficult to try to click
3,
but it's working. Look, I minimize it and it's
3.
Okay. All right. So these are the possibilities that you have with this system. I showed you with one of the most complicated part of the system, which is the phonetics. People don't like the phonetics, but we love it at Meyer because phonetics makes your pronunciation better. Okay, and it will avoid that interference at the semantic level. So, but I showed you how you can use the e-learning, e-teaching platform. Okay?
Can we give a demonstration of the vocabulary?
Stop. Can you stop? By Alex's petition, he asked me to do the vocabulary. So I'm going to do that. But by the way, I just want you to know that the technology is an accessory, because nothing like the system and the methodology to actually put people to speak English. You can have this accessory, you can have this tool, but if you don't know how to use it, it doesn't make sense. Because as a matter of fact, I can teach with this my phonetics. You see, without using a television or without using a computer. I can teach the transport, you know, it's all related. This is field semantics right there for all of you, you know. You can say balloon and airplane and all hot air balloon and houseboat, things that you use for transportation, and I can teach my class out of that with structure number 1. It's a plane, repeat.
It's a plane.
It's a plane.
It's a plane.
It's a plane, repeat.
It's a plane.
It's a plane.
It's a plane.
Hot air balloon.
It's a hot air balloon.
It's a hot air balloon. Sailboat.
It's a syllable.
It's a sailboat. Train.
It's a train.
It's a train. Have you, Carlos, have you ever been on a sailboat?
Yes.
Yes?
I've been there.
Have you, Alex?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have. What about a hot air balloon?
Never.
I've never been on a hot air balloon. Repeat.
I've never been on a hot air balloon.
That's the last thing I'm going to do, you know, being in a hot air balloon. Why would you like to ride one of those?
Not really.
Not really? Why?
It's too dangerous for me.
It's too dangerous. That's the new teacher coming in.
Yeah.
You see, using the structure and applying the structure to the conversational structural grammar.
Yes.
Conversational structural grammar. Okay. So by Alex's petition, he asked me to do a lot of things, you know, so I'm just going to go and give a demonstration.
Reading and listening comprehension practice. Students' instruction. Repeat the vocabulary.
Reading and listening comprehension practice. Repeat.
Reading
and listening comprehension practice. Students' instructions.
Students' instructions.
Repeat the vocabulary.
Repeat the vocabulary.
Head. Repeat.
Head.
Hair. Repeat.
Hair.
Ears. Repeat.
Ears.
Neck.
Neck.
Eyes.
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 Nose.
Nose. Pronunciation. Nose. Cheeks.
Mouth.
Mouth.
Face.
Face.
Lips.
Lips.
Students' instruction. Click on a picture and repeat.
Okay, guys, what is the sound that we learned?
The voiceless dental fricative.
Repeat.
The voiceless dental
The
fricative.
voiceless dental fricative.
The voiceless dental fricative.
The voiceless
The voiceless dental
fricative.
fricative.
Okay? What is voiceless?
No vibration.
No vibration of the vocal cords. No vibration. Repeat.
No vibration.
No vibration of the vocal cords.
No vibration of the vocal
Okay, the
cords.
vocal cords are right here in the glottis. Okay? So if you touch your Adam's apple right there, go. Do you feel a vibration?
No.
That's why it is a voiceless sound. Okay? All right? Dental. Repeat. Dental. Dental.
Dental.
Carlos, what is a dental sound?
A dental sound.
You put the tip of the tongue where?
In the
Upper teeth. Repeat.
Upper teeth.
Upper teeth.
Upper teeth.
Okay, again the word. Teeth. Repeat. Voiceless dental fricative. Repeat.
Voiceless dental
And
fricative.
Alex, what is fricative? What is
Fricative means the air goes out the tiny spaces between your
Exactly.
teeth.
So this one is voice. This one refers to voice.
Voice.
Okay? This
Voice.
one refers to point of articulation.
Point of articulation.
Repeat. Point. These markers don't work very well. So for a teacher, that is very frustrating.
Yeah.
Point of articulation. Repeat.
Point of
Dental
articulation.
refers to the point of articulation, and fricative
And-
refers to the mode of articulation. Repeat. The mode of articulation.
The mode of
The mode of articulation is how the air is modified by this obstruction. There is an obstruction here. Okay, this is a little workshop because we're among teachers, you know, but at the same time we're given a demonstration of how technical and also conversational the Meyer system is. We have to be technical because we have to get down to the nitty-gritty, to the foundations of the language. And language is formed of sounds, it's comprised of sounds, it's comprised of phonemes, organized phonemes into a system, organized sounds into words, into phrases, into structures, into dialogues, okay? So notice that this is the point of articulation. The point of articulation is dental, okay? Dental, okay, right here. When the air comes out, from the lungs, it's going to go through the oral cavity, and it's going to go through this narrow groove, and that's why the air is being forced. That's why it's called fricative, okay? So notice that always we will carry the phonetics into the vocabulary with the word mouth. Repeat.
Mouth.
Mouth.
Repeat.
Mouth. This is the example right here.
Mouth.
Of our voices
Repeat.
that will fricative into the vocabulary. Mouth. Repeat.
Mouth.
Okay, let's repeat after the teacher here.
Writing
Now we're going to do the
Student
writing practice,
instructions.
okay?
Type each vocabulary word.
Okay, we have already done the
oral,
vocabulary, the oral practice, so we're going to do the writing practice.
Head. Type the word, please.
Head, okay? Here you have a repeat sign or icon. If you didn't hear it well, the students will have the chance to repeat it. It doesn't, well, sometimes with this one is a little, well, I didn't get it to work there, but it doesn't matter.